Good evening, my fellow creatures of the night, and welcome to this new video. Kim Sinister here. As you might have guessed, tonight we're going to be talking about Ouija boards. What I'm holding in my hands right now is not a Ouija board. I do not own a Ouija board. I've never wanted to own a Ouija board. However, funny thing, I do own a little planchette. But a friend of mine, well, one of the co-owners of the store where I work as an assistant manager and a consultant, made the little planchette, and I bought it because I thought it was beautiful. Yeah, so that's it. Ouija boards. Touchy subject. Some people are scared of Ouija boards. Understandable. Some people are thrilled by Ouija boards. Understandable. And other people just don't care. Understandable. So I'm gonna try and be concise, as I always say, and as I always try to do. I never edit my videos, so I'm trying to not repeat myself. Sorry if I do. Ouija boards. What is a Ouija board? It is, some people call it a game. I don't like that name because we don't play with those energies, and it's too bad that a lot of people have that misconception about Ouija boards. Ouija boards are not games. They are not. A Ouija board basically is a portal to a different realm than this one. It is a realm of entities, energies, weird stuff, and most of the time what you call when you're within those energies is going to be bad. It's going to be bad entities, bad energies, bad everything. Name it, it's going to be bad because you're opening a door to something without any protection. That is one of the differences between a divination board and a Ouija board. On a divination board, as I'm going to show you, you might not see it well, but most of the time on a divination board, in the background, like here, not necessarily here because you have different boards, but here you have pentacles or a tetragrammaton. You have somewhere some crosses. You have a design somewhere on the board that represents protection, where on a Ouija board you're not going to find it. Even though if you buy a Ouija board and you draw yourself a pentacle on it or a cross or whatever, it's not the same thing, because you have to remember that Ouija boards were meant to work with the energies that I said previously. They're not meant to work with angels or with deceased people that you love. They're meant to work with anonymous entities and bad energies. And remember that those bad energies and entities, they will lie. They know what you think, they know what you feel, they feed on your feelings, they feed on your fears, they feed on the most vulnerable. If it's not one of you in the circle that is most vulnerable, maybe it's somebody else in your house. Maybe it's your mom or your dad or your brother or your sister or anybody else in the house that is not playing and who did not say that they were okay with it. Unfortunately, without knowing it, by doing so, by playing and by having somebody who's more vulnerable in the house, you're kind of putting them in danger as well. So if the entity does not attach itself to one of you in the circle, they might go to another source, and you don't want this. One of the first laws in pagan spirituality or Wiccan spirituality is everything you do in this world leaves a trace, has an impact. So anything that you do that's positive or negative is going to come back to you threefold. It's going to come back to you not 3 times, but 3 times more intense. So if you do something even without knowing, like playing Ouija, and somebody gets attacked by an entity, don't forget that it might come back to you someday in one way or another. I'm not saying that to scare you. I'm just saying that to inform you. And I'm basing my opinions on stuff that I've witnessed, people that have come to see me and have told me their story. And I have to say, honestly, more than 90% of the people who have come to see me in a consultation and they talk to me about Ouija boards and their experience with that, they've had bad experiences. They've had bad stuff happen to them, or their energies were all messed up. And you don't want that. So if you absolutely want to work with the board, go save your money. Don't waste your money on a Ouija board. Save your money and buy a divination board. Most of the time you're going to play divination with the pendulum, and you're working with your own energy. You're working with the energies of your guides, and it's good energy. That said, okay. Let me think, because I don't want to forget anything. Okay, I think that's it for that. If you have any questions or comments, don't hesitate to ask me down below if you want, if you have questions. I had something else I wanted to talk to you about Ouija. These days, a lot of people have come to the store asking me on how can I play with Ouija in a secure way. And the simple answer is there are no safe ways you can play Ouija board with. Is that a sentence? Anyways, no safe way. You can't. You have to be very, very, very advanced if you want to use a Ouija board as a divination board. But as I said, use something else. Don't use a Ouija board. So, if you have any questions, comments, don't hesitate to put them down below. Thank you for subscribing, for those of you who have subscribed. And if you haven't done so yet, don't hesitate and subscribe down below. And like this video if you like it. Share with a lot of people and join the Creatures of the Night army. We're going to spread the word. The pagan white magic words. That's it. I'm going to leave you on that note, saying good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the vampires bite. I love you all. Bye now. Be safe. Ciao.